What's your vibe today? What is your vibe? Like, just take a moment and just check in. What do I mean by vibe? Vibration, right? So we're just, if you're going, I don't know what that means, just open up your mind here. Open up your heart. What's your vibe? Okay. So, do you ever feel like you're just doing everything you can or you're doing everything right, but things just don't go your way? Okay. And maybe you're going, yeah, that happens sometimes. Well, it's going to happen to all of us at some point. Well, the reason for that is because the universe responds to your vibe. It responds to what you're feeling, like what you're feeling right in here. So it doesn't respond to what you're doing. It responds to your vibration. So in other words, it responds to the energy behind your doing. Okay. And it's just like the universe is neutral. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna punish you because you're not raising your vibration. It's just neutral. It is just responding to whatever vibe you put out there. So the universe is also unlimited. It's very abundant. And so whatever you put out there, it gives back tenfold because it's abundant. So this is why we want to really check in. What's my vibe today? What is the vibe that I'm putting out there? So this is where I like this is the biggest shift for me was like with karma. Okay, so what's karma? Karma is how I like to get myself into the right vibe. So good karma, right, is when creating good karma for ourselves is when we intentionally do. But remember, we also, what's the thought behind it and what are the words behind it, right? Because what's the energy behind what we're doing? So when we intentionally do, think, or say things for the sole purpose of creating like happiness or maybe healing or joy for others, but also for ourselves. So this is about being generous to ourselves and also to someone else. That, in a nutshell, is how we create really good karma for ourselves. So what about bad karma, right? Well, again, bad karma is like when you intentionally cause harm. So you're intentionally doing something, but you're also thinking something or you're saying something that is creating harm. And that can be, of course, for others, but also to yourself. So you are intentionally creating bad karma for yourself when you think negative thoughts about yourself or you say negative things to yourself. Yeah, you're intentionally causing harm to yourself by speaking to yourself with to cause harm, but also to you'll create bad karma um when you do that for someone else. Okay. So basically how you do everything, like how you do anything is all about the energy behind it. So when we remember, okay, what's my vibe? Right? The universe is just handing me back what I'm putting out there. Maybe I want to shift my energy. Maybe I want to start creating some good karma for myself and for others, right? Remember, it's all about, in the energy of giving and receiving. So again, what we put out there vibrationally, what we put out there, what's behind our doing is what we get back. So this is why it's like, I'm a good person. I do everything right. Why aren't things going my way? So let me just break this down a little bit. So the best way to put this into perspective is think about at work. Okay. You're like, I go into work and I do a really good job. Should the universe not like reward me in some way because I'm going to work and I'm really doing a good job? What's the energy behind that? So what if you go into work, but you can't stand your job? Like you hate your boss, you don't like your coworkers, you're bitter, you're resentful. It's like, I still do a good job. I'm good at what I do, but I'm resenting my boss. He doesn't pay me enough. Or I'm resenting the people I work with because they're just I don't like them, whatever it is, or I'm resenting that I even have to work. right? I don't want to work. So the universe responds to the resentment, not to the good work. I'm great that we're doing good work and we're putting it out there, the good job, but it responds to energy, not because it's trying to punish you. It's there. The universe is not judgmental, it's not biased, it's just neutral. It just gives back what you put out. So if you're resentful and you're bitter, the universe has no choice but to give you more things to be resentful and bitter for. It doesn't matter how good of a job you're doing, it's the energy behind the doing. So, how do you shift this? Well, you still do a good job, but you start to shift, you start to become more aware of, okay, well, what's the energy behind that? Well, I don't like the people I work with, and I don't like my boss. I can't just pretend, right? Because the universe knows when we're pretending too, right? We got to shift in a way that it's like, okay, shift your perspective. How can I look at this job differently? Okay, well, I'm grateful that I have a job because there's some people that don't. So I do have a regular paycheck. I'm not going to focus on that it's not enough. I'm going to focus on that I'm grateful for this job, plain and simple. Now, it could be like, how about I look at this differently? What if this job is like a stepping stone? It's teaching me how to become more grateful. It's teaching me that this isn't what I want to do. This isn't a place I want to stay. It's giving me a stepping stone so that there's some more opportunity that can open up for me. I'm going to shift my job, but first I have to shift my energy. Well, when you go in with that, right? I'm still doing a good job, but now I'm grateful for this job. And I'm grateful that I realize these are not the kind of people I want to work with or what I even want to do with the rest of my life. Now, what energy is the universe responding to? It's responding to the energy of gratitude. It's going to give you more things to be grateful for. It's going to give it's going to respond to that. Well, this is a stepping stone. I'm learning things and it's going to open up opportunities. Well, it's going to give you more opportunities, right? So this is why this is the energy. This is why we want to raise our vibe. We want to shift our perspective. Let's think of something like even like traffic, right? If you're like an anxious driver or you're just irritated or annoyed or frustrated every time you get behind the vehicle, you're frustrated with other drivers. You could be doing a really good job driving. I hope we all are. We're doing our best. But what's the energy behind it? Because because I see this with me and Blair, he is so frustrated, he's so annoyed. And you know what? The universe just hands him so much more to be annoyed and frustrated with when he drives, right? It's responding to his energy, right? I drive with good humor. I drive with I'm calm. I'm not an anxious driver, right? So if you're anxious, it's going to give you more to be anxious for. Take a few deep breaths if you're an anxious driver, right? Learn some ways to calm the anxiety. So, so that's how you be generous to yourself. Sit, doesn't take long when you have the right tools to calm your anxiety, just take a few deep breaths, do it, a little bit of tapping. So you get more in the space of calm. And then the universe will respond to the calm as opposed to the anxiety. Or maybe, you got to take those deep breaths so you calm the frustration or the annoyance, or just shift. How about respect? I'm going to respect the other drivers. I'm going to, and in that energy, what will the universe give you back? Respect. So there it is. Okay. We align with good karma. We align with good choices. We shift our perspective. When we remember, wait a minute, I could be doing the best job ever, but the universe is going to respond to my energy, to my vibration. So this is why, like, checking in every morning. Let's tap this in. Okay, stand up. Let's tap it in because it's a way to just check in to your body. Start bouncing. Going, what's my vibe? What's my vibe? What am I putting out there today? Well, this is a really awesome way to raise your vibration. Start bouncing. Start to get the energy from your feet all the way up to your head. Take a deep breath. Check in. It doesn't take long. just raise your vibe. What energy am I putting out there today? And let's do a shakeout. Let's go. I'm going to shake out the bad karma. I'm going to shake out that, that bitterness, that resentment, that annoyance, that anxiety. This is a great way to calm our anxiety, come into our body and start to really shift our energy. What am I thinking about this? What are the words that I'm speaking? I know I do good. Okay, let's just march it out. Let's still stay with that good old vibe and just bring up the knees and touch the opposite side on an energy, energy medicine, energy. This is really good for increasing your vibration. Well, I'm not going to give you the hold down behind that, but just know that this gets the communication between the right and the left side of your body. So you're vibing good on one side, you're going to vibe good on the other side. Okay. And then just kind of tap into the body. Tap in. Now we go down on the right leg, come up on that right leg or whatever leg, you go left, just whatever leg, just do both. Go all the way down, tap in. So you're tapping into your physical body right there. It's like raising your vibration. Okay, I'm tapping in. And then let's just rub our hands together and then just do a crossover. Okay, shake that out. So again, the crossover just brings energy, communication between the right and the left side. Okay, rub your hands together, tap under your eyes. Ground, root, come into your body. Take a moment to breathe here, ground your energy and go, okay, what is my vibration? Where are my thoughts? When I go out into this day, whatever this day brings me, I want to shift my vibration. I don't want to leave my house in any kind of energy of frustration or resentment or bitterness. Okay, so you got to be aware of what your vibe is. And come down here. I like to cross my arms, but you don't have to. This gets our energy moving in the right direction. Again, energy medicine, it just gets all your meridians moving forward. But this is where we can shift. We can go, okay, yeah, I'm not going out with that kind of energy. I'm going to shift. I'm going to get my energy moving in the right direction. Okay, so I'm going to shift out of frustration. I'm going to open my mind. I'm going to be a little bit more curious about my vibe and other people's vibes and what I'm putting out there. Okay, I'm going to tap into opportunity. I'm going to tap into gratitude. Let's go right into that heart space, the thymus, and tap there. I'm going to tap into gratitude. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this body. Be generous to yourself. And then just start to tap in. When we open up our heart space here, we have a much better opportunity to choose like generosity for ourselves and for someone else, to shift our thoughts, right? To shift our energy. Right? So that's what the intention is this week. What is your vibe? How are you showing up today? What are you going to shift within you? The outside world, you have no control over that. You're still going to have that boss that ticks you off, or the people that do, or the people that cut you off in traffic. You can't control that. Let's tap in here. Let's metabolize this. All we can control is our vibration. What are we putting out? Because whatever we put out, we get it back tenfold. The universe is abundant. It's also very neutral, right? So if we put out some negative energy, that's what it gives back. It's not trying to punish us. It just responds to what we're putting out there. Okay, so if we put out really good energy out there, we get gratitude and we put excitement and, whatever vibe you're putting out there, you're going to get it back. So best way for me is like create some good karma, right? Create some good karma for yourself. My chair again. And as you create this good karma, you're going to start to notice that the universe now responds to the good karma, to the good choices. Okay. So our intention this week to create good karma for yourself, be generous with yourself, with your thoughts, with your words, be generous to yourself and also be generous with others. Okay. Be mindful of your energy. Be mindful of your vibration. Just tune into your heart. Let it open. Let your mind open. Let your heart open. You can even ask your heart for guidance. Like, I don't know, how can I participate in this world without, being angry, or this, I don't want to get this anger back or this frustration back. So just tap in, just breathe and tap into your heart space. Whatever you are doing, do it with a higher vibe. That's your intention, right? Just do it with a higher vibe so that the universe can multiply that vibe for you. And so when you're doing that good job and you're doing everything right, yeah, and now you're vibing at the right intensity, then things start to go your way because the universe is going to give you everything that you're vibing. It's just going to give that vibration back to you. All right. Namaste, my friends. Have yourself an amazing week of raising your vibration, creating some good karma. Thank you.